Hi there. Welcome to another episode of Chamber Talk. I'm Stuart Baker, and my guest today is Heather Heckler from Wonder Docent. Before we start talking about Wonder Docent, Heather, I want to talk a little bit about some of the exciting things that are happening right now in Nevada City. Maybe some of you have heard where the city has taken over the Miners Foundry, and what is super excited about that is that they're really committed to activating that space 7 days a week. So before, there were weddings and there were music shows, but now there's going to be a chance to have things going on all the time. And that's great because that's going to bring people to the downtown, which is always a good thing. And there's other exciting places opening up, like the Wolfcraft Makerspace School, I think it's called, yes. And that on York Street is a great makerspace. And that brings me to Heather and Wonder Docent. So tell me, what is the concept about, well, first of all, where are you in town, in the downtown, and what is Wonder Docent?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Sure.
Wonder Docent is a dream that I've had for a little bit of time, a few years, maybe a lifetime, depends on how you think about it. We are going to be located at 230 Broad Street, so that's the former home of Grey Goose, a community institution run by Stewie Wiles, one of the most amazing people in our community. Stewie is a friend and family member, and when she decided to close up that shop, we pounced on that location because it's an incredible location.
Yes.
And we want to continue sort of the weirdo vibe of the Grey Goose. We come to it honestly.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
And so the vision for Wonder Docent really started, I would say, during the pandemic when we were all sort of apart from each other and away from each other. And I think a lot of us sort of were figuring out, who am I in this moment? And some friends and I got together and started doing weekly drawing clubs, we called it.
Nice.
And we would draw all day. And I've drawn my whole life. I just am a constant doodler.
Nice.
If you've seen me in meetings, I'm always doodling at the edges of my notes. But that's, something I've always done. And my friends and I just really wanted to have a place where people like us can go and find the supplies we need, the things we need, and also just really inspire people towards curiosity and creativity. We've lost so much of that with digital technology, especially young people. Well, all of us really we're addicted to screens and our phones. And I love the great author Linda Berry said that our hands are our original digital devices. And I really believe
your digits are digital.
These are our digits.
Yes,
and
right.
I really believe we need to get back to our hands and togetherness, being together and creating things together.
So the layout of the space, in the front you've got the shop, and then towards the back is the workshop space. So if I'm like thinking this summer when you'll be open and running, I want to do something drawing wise, and there's a class, kind of tell me how that's going to look and how do we find out about what's going on, etc.
Well, so the space is enormous. It's actually as big as my home.
Wow.
It's a little over 1,000 square feet.
Okay.
And we didn't bargain for a space that big, but we're so happy to be in that location. So what's going to happen is the front will be sort of a retail space. So imagine your favorite museum gift shop. It's that in the front. So it will have everything from watercolors, acrylics, beautiful paper, gorgeous pens and pencils of all price points, and things for artists, but also things for everybody. And art objects made by local makers. We're working with a few local potters to have some of their work there.
Nice.
And then in the back half of the space will be a workshop space. We have a lot of ideas on what we want to have happen there. So again, the goal isn't necessarily technical skills. Of course, we'll have people who know how to teach those technical skills in hopefully pottery, drawing, painting. But really what this is about is flexing that creative muscle and curiosity. And we talk a lot about the goal is imperfection, because with art, it's really easy to get up in your own head and stop yourself.
Like, I can't be as good as Picasso
like,
or
I messed up that line. But, Picasso doesn't exist without years and years and years and years of practice.
Right.
If we don't practice, if we don't set up an art practice, we don't improve. And this is, this is something I've struggled with. I think all artists struggle with this. And so the goal is really to bring people together, to draw together, to make things together. We think of it as a third space, really. It's a place where we want people to feel comfortable coming and learning and growing and connecting with each other.
Okay.
We have a broad vision for what might happen in there. There's what we call a stage at the front of the shop. It's about a 4-foot wide or a deep stage that's faces Broad Street. So we want to do things like figure drawing in the window. Maybe we'll have artists come and play songs for us. I think we'll have artist talks, people talking about their work and what drives them. We really want this to be something that fills the community with creativity. Okay,
great. So if I, let's say I'm looking, like I myself love art and drawing, but I just haven't done it for a long time. I want to do a workshop. So I go onto your website, I pick something out, and are you going to have series? Are you going to have like a weekly drop-in, or how's that going to look?
Yeah, it's all sort of up in the air right now. It's all a dream. We don't open until mid-May, so we're still working on those details right now and what that might look like. But what we'd like to have happen is both. So there could be a one-off drop-in watercolor class, just watercolor basics. Here's how this material works. Here's what the opportunities are. Here are the right materials and paper. Really have the point of the name Wonder Docent, really. A docent is a guide, someone who can guide you through. And so we want that to come through, that you have somebody there who's not intimidating, who makes you feel welcome, so that you can learn and explore. Exactly. So that you can learn and explore with no experience. And we'll have classes for people of all different experience levels, but the goal is really to experiment.
And I love that you say experience levels rather than levels, period, because it's just how much you're exposed to things. And that's how far you are down the artistic path. And everyone's different. And so it's not like it's, you're a black belt or a brown belt. It's like, no, you are just in the experience and at different places. So
and art isn't just it's not just work, right? For some people, for artists, who make their living, of course, they're at a level that is, that has to be sellable. But that doesn't mean that art isn't valid or valuable for all of us who are not making our living as artists. In fact, it's been for me one of the most healing things in my life to be able to express myself on paper. And we all have different ways of expressing ourselves, but we have to do it. And it's something that we don't do as much as we should anymore.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I know your last job before this was at the Nevada County Arts Council. And what are some things that you learned from that you're bringing into this new experience?
Well, first of all, which I already knew, but Nevada County is just filled with amazing artists and creative people. I mean, that's sort of why I live here. But I got to meet so many incredible artists and creatives and makers, and it's a huge, beautiful community that's extremely supportive, of each other. There's not this competitiveness. It's not cutthroat. It's like everybody wants to learn and grow together and support each other. And I can't tell you how many amazing offers of support we've gotten with Wonder Docent. Just excitement. It's just an incredible creative community, and that's really what I've had the opportunity to learn over the last year with the Arts Council.
Yeah, no, that's great, and it's just so wonderful to see your passion come out when you talk about this, because it's cool. It's going to be really fun. So, any parting thoughts or comments that you'd like to share with folks out there?
Yeah, so Wonder Docent, you can find us at wonderdocent.com and learn what we're doing. We really want everyone to come out to our website and take our survey, because we want to have things in the shop that you want.
Yes,
so if you have a special pencil that you can't get anywhere, I want to carry that. Yeah. If you have a kind of paint that you can't find, I want to carry that. Nice. If you love stationery, this is your spot.
Yes, that's so cool.
So we want to hear from you. This is really about us as a community. It's not just a small business. It's a space for all of us. So take our survey, watch for our grand opening in mid-May.
Right. And on social media too? Do you have a preference?
We are on social media.
Nice.
You can
That's
find us at Wonder Docent on Instagram.
Great.
So yeah,
and that'll be a
follow
great
along with
place
us.
to see some of the work that comes out of Wonder Docent.
Exactly.
After. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Heather. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so
I
much.
think it's going to be an amazing addition to the downtown and to just the whole Nevada City experience. So
Thank
you. Good luck. And till next time, thanks so much. Bye-bye.